I may have found my Eternal Weekend deck. This Turbo Volkey Lurrus PO deck has all the tools it needs to face a variety of metagame opponents while still presenting powerful combo kills. Welcome back, Vintage Gamers. Friday before Eternal Weekend, we are getting last-ditch testing efforts in. I now have 3 trophies with this Lurrus PO Volt Key deck. So it's time to bring it to a challenge and see if it can hang with the real Magic the Gathering players. So, 6 p.m. challenge. I'm a little gassed out from work, but hopefully we can liven up and get out there. Stream today and tomorrow and try to build up a nice backlog so that people can watch Vintage Magic the Gathering while I travel to Italy and Prague for Magic. I'll see you in round 1. All right, round 1. Let's try to get a win so that one commenter doesn't make fun of me. This is a classic definition of Lorien Revealed is not actually a land. It is less than a land, and this is the reason why. If I had a Moxen, obviously Lorien Revealed would be quite good here, but I don't. So I actually have a hand that does not produce the stuff. This hand produces the stuff, but it also just is kind of bad. It's a classic PO hand, 1 top, 1 opal, no other artifact. I'm gonna keep it. My opponent is not on Lurrus. Last time they played, they were on Oath. This hand isn't particularly amazing versus Oath, but I think you just have to jam with this one. And I also believe I just need to not play around Wasteland. A lot of my important cards in this matchup are going to cost white mana, so I'm going to just deploy the Sensei Top. I'm not going to show them Opal, though I guess Opal is slightly inferred by Lurrus plus top. And I'm going to pray that things don't go too badly for me here. But like I said, my hand is not good. My 7-card hand was unplayable. So yeah, I'm going to be playing Legacy at all the events. Oh, I am immediately wastelanded. Well, Lotus Petal Wasteland, huh? That kind of seems like mono-white initiative to me, which means putting back swords and fetching non-basic was bad. Yeah. I'm gonna lose. Okay. Yeah, looks like mono-white initiative gaming. Not the strongest mono-white initiative start though. Like very few times is Wasteland good. Especially off of turn 1 there. And pass? Very odd. Very odd sequence for mono white. Hopefully we just draw a Moxen and win the game. Like if we draw a Moxen that's not an Opal, we play Mana Vault, Opal, PO for 4 and win. So. Or we can draw the 1 mana counter spell. Yeah, I mean I could have played around Wasteland, but I just based on my opponent's previous match history, didn't make a lot of sense. And I lost the game for it, so. So no. If I was playing this blind, I think if I had no information, I would still fetch non-basic because as long as my opponent is not revealing Lurrus, I expect them to be combo-oriented gaming where fetching a non-basic shouldn't be punished. But maybe they'll play a seasoned Dungeoneer here and I'll be happy. Like that's the best outcome for me is a non. Yeah, that's not as good for me as a seasoned Dungeoneer. I don't think like I'm at the point where I want to just YOLO activate top. The top will be very good if I could like get my things going, but even land was pretty good at the time just because I have Mana Vault. But I mean, I drew Mental Misstep. Mental Misstep has a cost when you play against decks that Mental Misstep doesn't do anything against, for sure. Not the best start here. And putting ourselves down in a hole against mono white initiative is not really where you want to be. Paradoxical Outcome was the name. Makes sense. Wow, they drew Black Lotus and they're following up with another cavern and another creature. That is Pretty wild. Because, like, there's no way they had Black Lotus this whole time. They must have just drawn it, or else they would have deployed a creature. Sure, sure, sure. It's not only a creature, but also an Archon and a Chalice, and I will concede the game. Once again, Lorien revealed, not a land. So that was basically the worst it could possibly have gone. I am going to bring in a ton of removal spells, including a portable hole for no rod. I do like Seal of Cleansing a little bit in this matchup. And then Steel Sabotage as well. On the play, I would rather look to... Definitely looking to get rid of these things. Don't really like Vamp as much. Flusterstorm is dead. Misstep is dead. Probe doesn't do very much. I'd like to do this. Yeah. Something like that. Mostly just playing around Null Rod and still trying to put down a good performance here. This is a Swords to Plowshares hand, a Force of Will hand, and I guess theoretically a Vault Key hand down the line. Seems fine. Not exactly thrilled by this hand, but it's not bad. Mox. I'm going to let them go all in on a Cavern here. I think I have the Swords answer. See how this goes. This is going to be uncounterable. All right. Well, I will fetch a... I'm going to fetch a Tundra. And see if my opponent has to name Swords here, and then I can still counter their second spell. If they don't name Swords, then I Swords it and I counter their second spell. So any Dredge in the trophy wins. Oh, I just don't I have good enough cards to beat Dredge. I don't think I need more cards to beat Dredge. I don't think there's a lot of Dredge going around either, though. Swords of Plowshares, yeah. I mean, I'm forced to counter this, but this worked out pretty well, all things considered. I'm just have a Peacekeeper with Swords. It's not the worst. I'm going to get the Fiddlebender down, and going to play this Opal before they tax me somehow. Does represent Vault Key. This is going to go 0 to 1. They need to have some sort of answer to what's happening at the moment. But, I mean, simply Wasteland is good enough. I could always turn this Mana Vault Opal into a Soul Ring and then Swords. Triple Moxen, Black Lotus hand. Seems pretty good. I have Uncounterable Human as well. They follow this up with a Seasoned Engineer. The clock is on. Yeah. But that's probably a pretty good sign for me. This is not a fast clock, and I am producing Vault Key very quickly, and they have 1 draw plus 1 Lost Well, really. Not that bad. Steel Sabotage. All right, I'm going to deploy the Time Vault. Trying out the Fiddlebender list. I mean, I've tried it out. We're past the point of trying out. Now we're throwing it to a challenge. But I mean, I have basically no counterplay. I just need to hope my opponent doesn't do anything silly. They went down the Forge route, so this is currently maybe 10 damage. They have to have something basically in the last 2 cards they have. Or else we get there. We currently have the mana we need, so this is a follow. Oh no, it's another Seasoned Engineer. We go to 1 and we win. Oh, Witch Enchanter. That's crazy. I mean, yeah, it's a good one. And a Wasteland. Okay. Yeah. All right. So we just had no chance. Cool. I mean, we had Wasteland beat here with a land draw off the top, but we don't have any of this beat. So even if I were to get anything, can't do anything. I lose. Round 1 loss. I don't know. I don't feel like we were in any position to win any of these games. My opponent did have extremely high level starting hands, like triple Mox, Lotus, Cavern, Archon, Peacekeeper is quite the starting hand. I don't really know what to say. Like, I obviously could have fetched a non-basic in game one, and maybe we would have won based on the weird way they kept that hand, where they went like Mox Wasteland. That's kind of odd, but I mean, don't know. Kind of odd. All right, here we go. Round 2, Vintage Challenge. We are playing against the King of Blue-Black Lurrus, Mogged, in the 0-1 bracket. I reveal a Lurrus, they reveal a Lurrus, then we both keep 7 and we game. This is why you play challenges, so you can get actual matches versus powerful wizards. I mean, look at this 0-1 bracket. Look at the names. We got the Echo Baron, Burna. This is the Legacy Showcase winner. Discoverin, Mogged. Unlucky. Oh, no, that's 1-0 bracket. Needless to say. Oh, this is a hand where I can play the game. Love it. Love that. Love that for me. I'm going to immediately turn off my Force of Will with my Vexing Bubble. It's going to be great. Try to bait a Mental Misstep here. I mean, I'm going to try to keep the Bobble in play so that I could theoretically draw a PO off the top. And then it's only counterable by, like, Spell Pierce. I'm going to crack this Lantern. That's what I'm likely to do here. Peel. Well, I can't play that through a Bobble. Oswald Fiddlebender. All right. Well, Vexing Bobble, you lived a good life. Get out of here. Strip Mine. All right. Bend my fiddles. Don't have a Snapcaster target, but it is a Force of Will pitcher. Opponent has no mana currently. I've freed the Bobble from the Vexing Bobble. Freed the Mishra's Bobble from the Vexing Bobble. Looking at their own top card. Polluted Delta. Crack away. Didn't like the top card. Still 6 cards in my opponent's hand. Thanks for the resub, Yukon. Another Mishra's Bobble. Ah. If only I didn't have to crack my Bobble to play my cards. They look at my top card and they pass. This is an interesting spot now, though. They're about to draw a million cards. We've got a lot of mana. They don't have 2 cards at the moment. They got up to 3 Spell Pierces. They do play a Daze. Now we could play a Lurrus. Seems pretty good. We could run Lurrus straight into Daze. But I guess our Lurrus, we only have 6 mana, so we can't actually play a Bobble or a Lantern right away. Unless we sack the Opal and get a nothing, because then we wouldn't have the mana. Obviously, we are immediately representing Volt Key by going Opal, sack, Sapphire for a key, and then next turn sacking the Soul Ring for a Time Bolt. I would suspect that there's 3 Fatal Pushes in this deck, which is quite a problem. It doesn't hurt us too much to sack the Sapphire. We can't sack the Opal because that is our only white source. So I'm on for sack the Sapphire. I think the Sapphire is less good than the Soul Ring, but that could be wrong too. I mean, we could always get a Sensei Stop here. I'm gonna get a key. And then I'm going to use my floating mana and get a Lurrus. If I had a bunch more mana, I could always like untap my Opal. But I don't. My opponent didn't hit me with a Fatal Push during my upkeep there, so I kind of think they might not have one. And if they don't have one, we are just presenting lethal. So, which is the power of Oswald here. Time Walk. So this is Force of Will win the game if they don't have their own Force of Will. But if they do force back, this is not that bad for me. Try to win the game. Okay. So now we have to not draw the Time Vault. We did not draw the Time Vault. All right. Oswald Fiddlebender successfully 1-2 punch is a 1-mana combo piece, or a 1-card combo piece, I should say. Interesting. Interesting. This has been my experience throughout leagues. I was expecting there to be more removal, but it hasn't really been the case. And Oswald has just been great for me. All right, that being said, sideboarding for blue-black Lurrus. They are looking at bringing in maybe Consign, maybe Steel Sabotage, maybe more pushes, probably not. Maybe Mindbreak Traps. I think Mindbreak Traps look pretty good here. I'm going to bring in the full Swords Portable Hole package. I mean, they have 3, which is technically the same number I do. Sometimes you just don't draw it, and I didn't give them a lot of time to draw it. They have a Vexing Bauble and 4 Mistress Baubles to go with their Moxen here, and no Null Rods typically, which I find fascinating. I find no Null Rods in Lurrus very, very odd. I would be looking to make my Jewel matchup better. And the first Null Rod goes a long way, especially when you're a Demonic Tutor deck. I know Mog's not a Vamp deck anymore, but at least Demonic Tutor. I think the first Null Rod is very, very powerful. Okay, that being said, I like Lantern, I like Bauble, I like Basics, I like Portable Holes. I'm not a huge Dress Down fan. It's not bad. I definitely don't like Negation here. I don't really like Spell Pierce, but I do like Flusterstorm quite a lot. What I've been doing is trimming Negation, Spell Pierce, Tutor +1 against this version. Sometimes other versions I'll have more cards to bring in based on like what they're playing, and then I can start cutting like forces or stuff like that. But I'm just gonna take out some of these cards that are less good against the value. Bring in a bunch of removal so we don't get frogged, and then game. This is a classic basic plains Opal not turned on hand, but I'm keeping most hands against Lurrus. I like to just, I think you have a larger range of keeps because your opponent's deck does not produce any powerful plays. I'll just mental misstep that. I think that's okay. Mana Crypt. Interesting. Interesting. I can go Shields down on a Flusterstorm for a turn. Go like Plains Crypt by Lurrus. One of the big upsides of doing that is I can't get Wastelanded, but if I get Wastelanded, I'm not even mad. Like I almost want to just go Tundra and try to hold on to Lorien and Pio as spells. Because if I can go, like if I draw Moxen next turn and I played Tundra for turn, then I can go Pio with Flusterstorm back up. And if I get Wastelanded, like that's not even bad. I still have Lorien Revealed. I can go get my basic island. My opponent can have the days. I need to remember that. I'm going to just buy Lurrus here. Mana Crypt is a card that can actually kill me in this matchup because of how long it goes sometimes. Brainstorm? Oh, Ancestral. I mean, I immediately was punished by the one card I wanted to Flusterstorm. That's pretty funny. But I guess it is what it is. I mean, that's like, besides protecting my own spells, like that is the one card I want to Flusterstorm. So looks like they might have had maybe Spell Pierce back up. I guess I could have gone Tundra Crypt Pass, That feels like a big waste of mana. Let's get a Fiddlebender going. They don't have a bauble anymore, so I don't think there's any reason to show them Opal, besides maybe like boosting storm count. If they want to like force this Fiddlebender or Fatal Push this Fiddlebender, both things are totally fine because we have a Lurrus. Though they did draw 3 cards off Ancestral, so maybe it's not super fine, but and then it does look like this is an opportunity to just use this Lorien Revealed and get a basic. So maybe I was supposed to actually... No, I think this is fine. I was thinking about maybe like... I led Tundra, right? So maybe I could have just done Lorien first. It's like a bunch of extra information. Don't know. This time, it does look like an Oswald sack Opal angle. My opponent milled a Demonic Tutor. Interesting. Interesting. Wasteland. I'm going to float white because they're going to pass through this mana phase anyways, and I think I want to dissuade them from maybe playing a Psychic Frog or something like that. Don't want to show off Flusterstorm, Spell Pierce or anything there. But we got our 2 basics, so we can at least continue to play the game. Can't play a Lurrus without another non-basic or a Mox. But we have a lot going on for us here. They shuffled off Ponder and passed. I think they have at least a Spell Pierce. Lost a Flip. Brainstorm. So I can Brainstorm and then shuffle with Oswald. But I can't really get... I mean, I can get a top. I can get a key. I can get a hole. Those aren't all... None of those are super strong. I don't have... This Plains doesn't make, like, PO plus Fluster at all. But, like, what am I even brainstorming away? Like, these are all cards that I want besides the Brainstorm. But, like, what does Soul Ring do for me here? Not a whole lot. Threatening Key is definitely more... I just don't know if I actually want to get rid of my Opal. You know, like... Kind of an awkward spot. I mean, I could get a Vexing Bauble to try to help resolve things. But I can do that later. I guess I could get a Soul Guide Lantern, clear out their Bauble. It's a lot of 1-drops that we can turn into Time Vaults next turn as well. I kind of like just getting a key. We can actually PO with this too. If we don't actually care about getting our PO countered, we could actually PO from this spot. We could actually like play around a Fatal Push as well by POing. I think it would get countered because we don't have Flusterstorm back up, but 5 cards in hand. Blue, blue, blue by Lurrus. Dig. Blue, blue, blue. No. It's probably the most important turn of the game, if I had to guess. This is Lord of the Rings. It's like the river. pass. All right, chat. The question becomes, are we doing anything with our end step? Don't think so, because PO would pick up everything, but I would lose the ability to win the game off of a 1-drop artifact. And then Brainstorm plays way too hard into a Bowmaster, and that would kill our Fiddlebender. I can't like PO just these two because that also plays into Bowmaster, so I'd have to pick everything up. But I mean, picking 3 cards up from this spot could be good enough. Saves us a mana crypt flip. Doesn't really stop. Kind of like it actually. Like, I don't care if they just PO, like, they Bowmaster and just hit me for 3 if I draw 3. I feel like that puts me in a strong position to win. Where I kind of want them to bait out some of their counter magic to try to get in a position here. No, they're on Lurrus. They're going to Fatal Push my Fiddlebender. I mean, I couldn't Flusterstorm a Fatal Push on their turn anyways. Oh, it's going to be Bowmaster. Okay. So they're going to go just... Are they going to... So the question is, do they Bowmaster and not counter? Is that actually good? Like, it's good. Like, don't get me wrong. They're going to get 4 damage and get a 3/3 thing, but I'm not actually sure that's like, look at this. Like, isn't this better? My experience has been Bowmaster versus PO has been not very good. So, strip mine. Still have fetch land. How do we play this out in a way that makes me the most happy? They don't have Fluster, right? No. So I think Tundra, Crypt, Key, untap, Time Walk. I just need a 1-drop artifact, though. The problem is I kind of want to Ancestral before I cast the Oswald. But the Time Walk with Flusterstorm is first, for sure. So they could have double counter now. 2 cards left in hand. That was a Force of Will. So, I mean, they chose to go for the Bowmaster over just countering my PO. Which kind of makes sense. So now I no longer have Ancestral options, but I still have Fiddlebender options. I mean, they could still have Push. Sure. Force, Bowmaster Push. I mean, they could still have another counterspell. Wow. Their hand was Spell Pierce, Force of Will, Negation. I mean, that's not even bad for me. It means they have nothing left. I mean, take 5. Like, I could lose from here, but I'm in a pretty good spot. And I can always Fiddlebender this mana thing into a portable hole. Oh, you're going to bluff Bowmaster? I think that's fine. I mean, if they have a Bowmaster, what does 1 damage do? 5. I go to 6. I go to 3. I can hit this. I shoot this. If I play Lurrus, replay... No, that's fine. I guess I could have Lotus, Lurrus, Bauble. Like, does this 1 damage matter? If they shoot my Fiddlebender, is it bad? It's like really bad. Yeah. All right. I'll take the 1. You got me. Oh, all right. So I'm free game here. I'm taking... I'm not dying to this Mana Crypt. I need to draw a 1-mana artifact. 1-mana artifact is winning. PO. Okay. So I actually can't remove both Bowmasters. So I think the play is just going to be Lurrus, buy back Opal, and turn the Crypt into a portable hole on the army. And strip mine. And then we win for on the next turn. Lurrus, Opal, white mana, mana Crypt. Portable hole. I guess I could die. I mean, I'm going to die to a Twister no matter what. I could theoretically kill a single Bowmaster. I think I just let it lie, let him draw one card, and just... I think that's how we play it out. Because, I mean, I could Ancestral... Yeah, I'm just going to play this way. I mean, I can't play around Twister. I'm going to die to a Twister. What I could do is, like, remove a Bowmaster so that I could maybe cast Ancestral. They have to draw a Fatal Push this turn, but then I keep buying Fiddlebender each turn. So they have to, I think they have to draw Twister. I think that's their only out. I actually didn't get to cast this Ancestral, which is kind of funny. But my opponent had ended up with 3 Forces and a Spell Pierce in their hand after the Bowmaster, so... All right. I mean, if that is a representation of what this matchup looks like, I am more than happy playing this deck. And we played against one of the absolute best players on this deck. And I don't feel like their hands were that bad. They seemed like they had a lot going on. But Fiddlebender was just fantastic in these matchups, as was Basic. I do truly believe that the mana base changes that I made to this deck have greatly increased its consistency. So I'm really happy with that win, I must say. All right, onward, round 3, Snoopy. Notably not Jarvis. I have a cat. No cat. Bobble, turn 1 on the play. Keep. It's a keep. I like Time Walk first. Basically no one's ever countering this Time Walk, so I'm okay with building out my mana, getting a fresh card, seeing what I want to do from here. Bobble. Now I have a Pierce backup if they think it's bad for them. Well, they do think it's bad for them. Pitching Dig Through Time. Okay. I mean, if they think it's bad for them, I'm kind of interested in... I mean, maybe you just hold this Pierce and you use it to counter whatever their next thing is, but... That's possible that play is a little sus. This is actually the perfect time for a Delve land, a Surveil land. I do think Bobble is quite good against basically any deck that has Force. Dig. Breach? Perfect. Yeah. No. Sorry, friend. We just fought over this. Just filling the graveyard for the Underworld Breach. It's fine. Wrong click. Damn. Yeah. That is a little rough. The amount of baubles that get 0 drops is too damn high. I like just using my Lorien Reveal to make sure I hit my land drop here. Puts me at Dig Through Time mana, which we can immediately resolve if we would like. And I would like, for anyone keeping track, snap. I think I'm just going to resolve dig where I can't get pyroblasted. Snap can come later. That is no hits for snap. And quite a few things that don't work with bobble. We do have hard cast negation. Maybe I just take negation, a key in negation. That's fine. I mean, like, my opponent can't cast any spells that I want to counter right now anyways, so it's not like the bobble is a huge deal. But I would have liked to see, like, Ancestral or something. Swords. So the question is, do I want to buy a Lurrus? Yeah, I really do. I really do. I mean, Snap Swords is pretty likely in this game with Hull Breachers and stuff. There still isn't much that they can cast that I care about, so... I kind of just like Lurrus, Cycle Bobble. I guess I can't hold up swords this way, but... I can. Lets me play out my Ruby, replay my Bobble. Now, if they have another force, they can force the Bobble, but that's not even that bad for me. It's not a negation. So I still have my own negation on their turn. They have 3 cards in hand. I think I'm pretty okay with that. Like, I assume some bad things are going to happen here, but... I guess Tinker with Force backup would be pretty bad. Tinker with Pyroblast backup after a time lock. I still think I'm supposed to be cycling through my Bobble, though. Pass. Let's fetch. Force. Okay, I'm going to play a Vexing Bobble. I'm going to attack. I have swords for another Hull Breacher. And I have hard cast forces up, so my Bobble doesn't matter. Very nice. We're in a great spot in this game. Maybe this key was wrong. Kind of interesting when you come back and think about it. I'll end step, cycle the Bobble. Time Vaults. I have enough, so let's replay the Bobble. I guess I don't have enough to play negation. It's fine, I guess. Like, if they have hard cast negation, I don't have enough to hard cast negation and still activate, but... All right. That was quite the showing. Definitely one of the best use cases for Bobble I've seen. Strong performance. Now, the question is, I've been mulling around, how do I want to board against this Breach deck? It's so weird. I don't know the right answer. I kind of like negation and trap. And I don't really like portable hull or balance. And then I kind of like a second swords, but that's like the most. And then this planes is not necessary. I think Cage is like a little overkill, but I guess it hits Tinker, so I guess Cage makes sense. Yeah, no, it makes sense. And I don't really like Dress Down, but it's kind of like a swords, so it's a little weird. It is a little odd. Normally, I'd like to take out an island, but I don't really want to go further down on the lands. I think just the plains is fine. Let's try something like this. Seems reasonable enough. Yeah, I don't think that's a big deal, especially because you can fiddle bender it away. Like, it's fine. Like, it's definitely a numbo, but... Oh, little quail. Oh, they're so tiny. Oh, they did put the soup and the noodles on the side. Oh. Huh. I feel like we need to go get a big bowl then. I don't want to dip. I don't want to just eat them. Interesting. Interesting. Looks good. Smells good. Look at these little roti. See these? Little pancakes. Mmm. That's really good. Cool sauce. I need to reheat it though. All right, all right, all right. I have a cat. Yeah, I like this. I like this a lot. Only play the magic you want to play. All right, Mox Jet. 7-card keep. Mox Sapphire. Tapland. Mills a Mana Crypt. I just kind of gave up on legacy testing. I'm just gonna have fun and do my thing and just play some legacy. uh I'm gonna do Opal and then Academy and then Lantern. No. I didn't really want to borrow Painter this year. I'm just gonna play some kind of blue cards. All right, well, that's really bad. That is extremely bad. Between Opal draw and missed up on my Lantern, that is not great. Don't know what to do about that. Not happy. Vampiric Tutor. Sure. I wonder if it'll be Tinker. Nothing? So Ancestral on my upkeep. Nice Brainstorm when they can't get Hull Breachered. Kind of an awkward set of draws, though. I guess the answer is Opal and Force Away. And then... Can I just Shields down for a turn? I guess I can just Shields down for a turn, because I need to get this Lurrus Soul Guide Lantern looping. I guess I can... Did I put the Force above? Can I just redraw the Force? Does anyone know if I put the Force on top? Anyone know? I really hope I did. All right, hold on. I'll check. I can just check. I can just check. It's fine. I did. I put the Force on top. All right, I want to draw the Force is what I think so. Yeah, we'll just draw the force. Oh, I guess I didn't need to fetch there because I have on color everything. Rebuy Lantern seems really good here. I guess Ancestral. Hit Ancestral. And then I just hold open Lantern. So I can't die to Breach. I have Hardcast Negation anyways. I guess there's like some run-in of possible like Hull Breacher draws later on here. But, oh, they did draw Ruby. So now they have red mana. But I have a Force for a Hull Breacher if I need to, so... Okay, now I don't have to rebuy that every time. Graph Digger's Cage. Not a strong one here, I must admit. I must admit the Graph Digger's Cage, not the best look here. All right, now I get to look at their top card every turn for the rest of the game. Seems balanced. Ooh, kind of an annoying one, actually. I almost want to counter the top with a Hardcast Negation. How does chat feel about that? I think giving them card selection from here just doesn't really make sense to me. Does mean I don't have like the best counterplay for a Hull Breacher, but I have a lot of mana off just the Academy, so I'm not gonna crack the Soul Guide Lantern now. I'm just gonna leave it in play for Breach and just crack the Bauble every turn. That seems pretty good too. What is the best card to cast with this Demonic Tutor? I guess at first I should see what they were. Oh, maybe I should have floated mana first. Misty on top. I make 5 mana. I don't know. One, two, three, four, five. If I had made mana first, 6. I might have been able to have Force up here. Oswald Saga. No, the way I'm currently tapped, I have to keep open my Force with this Tolarian Academy. So I think the answer is just Ancestral or Urza Saga. Kind of just like Ancestral, to be perfectly honest. I'm just going to go to their turn and then Ancestral on their upkeep. I still have this top that I didn't actually use either. This also can draw me a blue card. Wow. Okay. Yeah, I mean, we win. Maybe I just PO right now. I guess I don't have to pick up this Lantern. How many forces can I actually draw from here? Not that many. So this is pretty bad, actually. This is basically a terrible choice. This is like an easy way for me to lose the game, actually. That was quite poor. That was one of the worst choices I possibly could have done. That's wild. How did I even think that was correct? I've already used so many of my forces that play was just so bad. I mean, I know they're drawing a fetch land, so it probably doesn't matter, but like, wow, it was so bad. I'm just so impressed by how bad that play was. I can't believe I did that. I just needed to sit on that. Oh, they can like loot into Breach, Lotus, Brain Freeze, Force backup. And I can lose from here. They just looted away a Breach. Time Walk. Yeah, I have to force this and like give myself the opportunity. I actually drew like no blue cards off of that PO, by the way. It's all right. It's fine. It was just terrible play. I cannot condone what just happened there. Um, I definitely don't want those cards. Do I even have another fetchable? I have plenty of other fetchables. Okay. That works. I played this game poorly, and I would not recommend copying how I played this game, but it doesn't matter because I was so far ahead. I guess this technically plays into... Oh, no, there's no mental misstep, so... All right, boom, got there. All right, here we go. Round 4, Vintage Challenge up against Dave on likely Doomsday. On the play, have a cat, will travel. Yeah. Yeah, I like that a lot. I like that a lot. Let's get our Moxen in, play our Bauble, see if they force it. Forced it. Pitching Preordain. Play a Fiddlebender. And then we're looking at blue card as our best draw. Oh, I think Doomsday's a totally fine matchup. Nothing wrong with the Doomsday matchup. We've got lots of threats, some counter magic. I've made the Doomsday matchup worse by choosing to play like Steel Sabotage over Consigned to Memory. But we got game. We have a dress down as well. All right, probe. They know the jig. The jig is up. Looking for a blue card off the top. Slam a Time Vault, turn this into a key, and pray. Alternatively, if they have no force in their hand, slam a Time Vault, draw a land is lethal. So, if we think they have no more forces, then a land is our best draw. If we think they have a force, then forces are, or a blue card is our best draw. Oswald has been extremely good. It's crazy. Oh, they have Lotus. Oh, wow. Does that mean they're doomsdaying here? No. Does that mean they're hard cast negationing, maybe? I mean, that makes sense if they had probe Lotus, why they would force a Bauble. Drew the Mana Crypt. I mean, they know my hand. Does that make me have any different choices? I could play slower. And what I can do is portable hole this Lotus. I can turn this Emerald into a portable hole. And then I can play a Crypt and a Time Vault. But it doesn't do... I mean, it stops them from, like, using it to Doomsday. It stops them from using it to hard cast negation. I could even wait on the time vault to try to draw the blue card. But if my time vault gets negated, like the chances of me winning this game, not me, are so low, right? Do we think that they're going to win the game with no Lotus, 4 cards? I mean, we could get a cantripping 1-drop. We could get a top and spin for a force. They could have Days, which we beat. Chain of Vapor, Flusterstorm, Days, Thoughtseize. Oh, this looks like my list. No, it's not my list, but reminiscent. I mean, would you go Crypt Time Vault or would you go Time Vault Crypt? I think I'd go Time Vault. So they don't know if I have a blue card or not. Plays into like Spell Pierce. That would be an odd inclusion, but they could include Spell Pierce. I guess this plays into the Days. All right, I'm down. Let's just see what happens. Brainstorm. Okay. That's a good sign. If I thought we had more time, I feel like we could wait and play a slower line, but... So what am I doing if this doesn't resolve? Oh, it just resolves. Oh, I'm definitely going to try to pass priority here, because they could have Chain of Vapor. Okay, so I think that means we win. Oswald Fiddlebender, ladies and gentlemen. This card has been so good. Wow. Who's the Doomsday now? All right, obviously I like Mind Break Trap. I obviously like Negation, and I like... That's it. Planes is not really necessary. Portable Hole is not very necessary. I guess they have a Null Rod in their sideboard, so I should keep a Portable Hole. Kind of interesting. There's a Null Rod, and then some like Counter Magic and Murktide Regents and stuff. So having a singleton answer here to a Null Rod seems good. What is the next worst card? I would like maybe just Balance as an answer to Murktide. No, I think Balance is better than Swords, because I can use Balance as a Mind Rot. So I think Balance is my Murktide answer. Seems more than enough. So let's go Planes and Swords out. I don't feel like I need more than just a singleton Balance for Murktide Regent, right? Doesn't feel like I should. I don't think Bobble's amazing versus Doomsday, especially on the draw, but I think it's nice to have as a tutorable toolbox option. There are certainly games that could get long and drawn out. All right. Cat. Seems reasonable. All right, well, do your worst, I guess. Looking at my hand twice in a row for free. What about mind break traps? What do they have for mind break traps? One mind break trap. This looks like the last list I played. I think this is the last list I played. Because it's got a chain and it has flusters and it had no main deck negate. Okay, no one else cut negation from Doomsday except for me. So this is definitely, yeah, Thoughtseize, Daze, Chain, 2 fluster, postboard, 2 regent. So it's the list I was testing regent. Another Lotus hand? I assume we're dead then. Oh, that cracked for blue. I assume we're alive then. I would not bring in Murktides, no. But you never know. Ancestral. Okay. Now I think we're dead again. Preordained, sure. They went shuffle on Ponder and top bottom on Preordain and have a Jet and cycle a Street Wraith and still have 6 cards and cast Necropotence. Let's see. I still don't think we have a chance of winning this game, but play it out. Necropotence does silly things. Seven? I like 7. 7 seems like a good number. Discards 4. Discards 5. Must have been 8. 8 I still like. All right, what do you got for me? 4 discards. Mm. They pitched Dark Ritual, Thoughtseize, Fetch. Okay. I think I am priced into Lotus, Opal, Key. There's just like nothing good to time walk into from this spot. I think I just pass and hope I don't die. I have a lot of mana for a Flusterstorm at least. C Preordain. That's a good sign. Top bottom. They pitched 2 Dark Rituals, so they've used 3 Dark Rituals and Lotus. Activate Necropotence. Okay. How many? 2? Love that. Love that for me. Absolutely love that for me. All right. 7 cards in hand. Vexing Bauble. Pretty sure I'm casting Time Walk. Am I casting Vexing Bauble? It's not very good. I feel like I want to cast Lurrus. I think I'm going to cycle this Lorien Revealed. Yeah, I don't think I'm casting Lorien Revealed into like Flusterstorm and stuff. We'll see about this bauble after. I guess bauble means Lurrus resolves. Demonic tutor. Okay. Well, this became very easy now, right? It's just it's vexing bauble, demonic tutor, time vault with spell pierce backup. No forces available if they don't let bauble. Mental misstep. I think this just happens, and then we go for Demonic Lotus with Spell Pierce backup, and they have to have double force. If I had additional mana, I could go Lurrus plus replay. It's not even that bad if we lose like our Lotus and our thing over our Mana Vault, because we still have, I guess our Lurrus is really far away at that point. Yeah, I guess. Well, doesn't it make more sense to misstep to counter this misstep though? Like, doesn't it like make more sense to just misstep here? Because then they can't have anything. Like it's actually they're actually just dead. So I might as well just try to counter this. Like now they have to force a spell pierce. That's a hard. It's a correct choice, but it's a hard choice to make. Yeah, so they forced a spell pierce, force pitching Thassa's Oracle. So they have to have force blue card as their last cards here. But make them have it. I feel like they probably have it. I guess I'm running into Mind Break Trap this way. I don't have to run into Mind Break Trap, but I don't have any more counters anyways, so. I think they easily have another force blue card, though. Is there any way where I'm supposed to just, if this demonic resolves, let's say this demonic resolves, can I get something other than Time Vault and pass? Because I think they have force blue card. That's my read. My read, based on their series of plays, is they have force blue card. Is there 4 cards left? They just force the demonic tutor. Perfect. Force pitching force. 2 cards left, 4 cards. So I don't have to do shit. I pass with nothing. Hope I don't die. And because there's no reason to buy a Lurrus. I mean, if they have Doomsday, they don't win on the spot unless they have something else, but okay. They have 1 card left. If it's Gush or Street Wraith, they haven't lost life yet, so they can't do Street Wraith. So they have to have Gush to win on the spot. I mean, we have a lot of good draws here. We have a lot of good draws here. Like, they have to have exactly Gush to win on the spot. They're only going to be at 2 life. If we draw any of our forces, our Dress Down's probably pretty good. Time Vault is pretty good. We have Lurrus Bauble, depending on how they build their pile. Like, if they build their pile wrong, we have Lurrus Bauble. So there's, like, a lot of stuff to think about here. They need to play around a bunch of things, and we have, at least, like, face up, we have Lurrus Bauble. That's the minimum we have. If they had waited on the demonic, I would have probably gone for Time Vault, and they would have got me better. But I assume there are other things I could search there besides Time Vault to like give myself a chance to win, right? I'm not sure what they would be, though. I think Flusterstorm is something that would be pretty interesting to demonic for there. Because like they don't have any Dark Rituals, really. So a Flusterstorm is going to beat a Force. Oh, yeah, consign, sure. I'm not saying it's wrong to force the demonic. It's just kind of interesting. All right, my opponent is putting an Ancestral Recall in their pile, which means the Bauble line. Well, they're going to have to put a land. Their pile should probably be something like Ancestral Recall, Second Oracle, land. That's it. I don't know. I don't know what else you like. Maybe counter magic of some kind. No, because I would lose my Black Lotus, so it'd be very hard for me to get a Lurrus in time. Because I would have just used my Black Lotus and played a Time Vault. So the problem is, it does look like my opponent is building a pile that beats Vexing Bobble, which is our face-up thing. So we are going to have to draw something. We have lots of good draws, though. I like how I played this game for a game we were so far behind. Okay, so they definitely built Ancestral Underground Sea. Yeah, okay. So, I mean, they have a very straightforward Ancestral on top pile with an Underground Sea. They don't have the Gush. So we need to top deck something here because Lurrus Bubble is not doing it. Well, I mean, they could fuck up. They could play Gush. They could play Black Lotus. Like, they have to very specifically build a pile that is Ancestral and an Underground Sea. I just need a counterspell, really. Like, a counterspell is enough because they have nothing left besides the Ancestral. So, like, Mental Misstep, Force of Negation, Force of Will, Brainstorm. We're gonna have to Brainstorm because Bobble is no good. Counter Magic, all Counter Magic wins. Counter Magic. All right. Just Beast Flusterstorm too. If they have last card Flusterstorm. They can't draw any more cards because of Necropotence. So unless their last card is another cantrip, then they're dead here. Cool game. That was a pretty good showing for that Vexing Bubble, huh? Games where Doomsday doesn't like outright win end up being very interesting. The problem is the number of outright win games is quite high. Oh, wow. Last card Brainstorm. That goes to 3. So if they put like another cantrip in the pile, then they can win on the next turn. Oh no, the following turn, in which case I actually don't have a 1-drop. No, I do have a 1-drop. If I go Lurrus, Lotus, Oswald, yeah. Yeah, Necropotence is certainly a risk. So last card was Brainstorm. Interesting. That makes me question the pile slightly. But the thing my opponent has to play around is Vexing Bobble, so I don't think it's like that big. I don't think the pile is bad. Because like the thing you have to beat is face up Vexing Bobble. Like me drawing a good card there is not typically something you're beating here. Their pile has to have a cantrip for this Brainstorm to matter. So I think what they needed to do was in this Ancestral pile here, you can put a cantrip and an Oracle and a land. Well, they don't want to go for Gush. They don't want to go for Gush because of Vexing Bobble. But maybe you can go for Gush because Ancestral is beating Bobble by itself. So you could theoretically go... You could go Ancestral Gush Land Oracle, maybe? That way your Ancestral wins, and then if your Ancestral gets countered, you can brainstorm into Gush. Gush down. I think Gush is like not... Is that a lot different than... Is Gush that much different than a cantrip? Not sure. Not sure. All right, here we go. Round 5. We're up against Unlucky Monkey, the Lurrus Wizard. Tough matchup, usually on some kind of 5-color Lurrus full control deck. We'll see what he's up to today. Usually with like questing druids and stuff. Pyroblasts. Crack Lotus for black mana. Play Soul Ring Mana Vault. Play Lurrus, Lotus, Lotus. Yeah, sure. Fair enough. We do it. And then we can Vampiric into Key after all of that. My opponent is on 6 forces. 2 prismatic endings. Oh, no. Really don't want to get prismatic endinged. I played Kenzaburo in a league, and I got absolutely bullied by prismatic ending. That card is so good versus me. My deck kind of folds to that nonsense. All right. Lotus. Black. Soul Ring. Mana Vault. Lurrus. Lurrus. Lotus. Does it make sense to wait on this Vamp at all, or is it better to just play Time Vault? If I Vamp end step, then I still get to play Lotus on the next turn, and I can still play Time Vault and Key, and I don't get any of them exposed. I think I'm just supposed to pass. My opponent doesn't really play like Flusterstorms and Spell Pierces, so they're not about that life. I still have Force after all of that. Though by not playing Time Vault thing, if my Lurrus gets removed, then I can't just win. So it's probably wrong. It's probably wrong then. I'm probably supposed to play Time Vault and Vamp. That way, if my Lurrus gets swords, I don't have to force it. Because now I have to force if Lurrus gets swords. Which is pretty poor. So... Yeah, now the jig is up too. Underground Sea, Ponder. Okay. I guess maybe I'm supposed to Vamp now so that I can get missed. I mean, if I get missed up, I get missed up on my Time Vault on the way back, so. I have been probed a lot today. See, now I got misstepped. I mean, whatever. Yeah. I guess if they have second counter, it doesn't matter that much. But I know resolving this is way better because like Key going into the yard would have been better. I played badly. I didn't have that many choices in this game, but I played badly. Because if I had just done the Time Vault plus Vamp on the other turn, I would have been in a much better spot. Because now I don't get my Vamp. And like I'm still in a good spot, but like it's just worse, you know? Damn. I mean, I actually got punished in the basically the most like that is like the way I would get punished for this whole situation is that way. So like I would have gone like if I had theoretically played my Vampiric It wouldn't have gotten misstepped, and then they would have misstepped my key. I would have forced back, they would have forced back, but then I would still get to go key on the next turn, and now I don't get to go key on the next turn. So I'm actually in a really bad spot. If they like have removal spell here. Dismember? Wow. Yeah, I mean I made a sequencing error there. Pretty bad one. I have lots of good draws though. PO is gonna win the game. These are not good draws. Oh man, I'm just really sad that I didn't see the play. Yep, classic expressive iteration off of Badlands. I was just like, oh, I'm not getting, Pyroblasted or Spell Pierced or Flusterstorm, so I should wait. But Mental Misstep is just so bad for me. Trying to, like, preserve, like, the illusion I have a Force of Will here, but that's really good. They need to have another Force now. Just going for it. Okay. That's good. This is why I play PO. Just because I get this bailout all lands. Jesus Christ. Okay. Can't Time Walk here. I have a dig. All right. This is deterministic. I just play Time Vault and get infinite turns. Attack for lethal. I played this game badly. I still feel pretty bad about it, but my opponent drew really badly and I got out of it. All right. So unlucky monkey deck. Hard to tell exactly what's going on. It's got Badlands, expressive iteration. This is not typically a deck where I think swords is good. I do want to have some swords, but I think it's more like I get a portable hole in and then that's it. Everything else seems kind of silly. Yeah. I guess to be fair, my opponent did probe me, which kind of gave away my entire thing. But still, like, knowing what my opponent is playing and how they play, I still should have gone on my turn, played out all of my... should have played Vamp first, because it wouldn't get countered if... I mean, they don't... I didn't think they have a misstep at that point. I think they drew misstep. But then I can play Vamp into Time Vault, and then they're forced to then counter my Manifold Key. I force back, they force back, but then I can replay my Manifold Key, so. And it's okay, we need to move on, but it's a good lesson. I think it, like, goes against a lot of heuristics, but that's sometimes you have to make the best play going against heuristics. Okay. Focus on the next game. Portable Hole Swords, Probe, Mox, Lorien? Sure. Psychic Frog, negation, dig through time. Interesting. I did not see Psychic Frog coming. I didn't think Unlucky Monkey was all about the frog life, but in that case, I boarded badly. I should have boarded more swords in, but I have 2 of my removal spells, so stay winning, I guess. I guess I should have assumed Frog, considering we saw Underground Sea Badlands, but it's hard to make assumptions with Unlucky Monkey's deck building. But Frog is a card I feel like he would like. It's no Questing Druid, though. Okay, so we have a question of, are we supposed to Swords the Frog? 1 unknown after this. If they draw another blue card, then they have double negation, but I can just go on their upkeep, so. I think we're interested in getting our Portable Hole negated. So that would involve not sorting the frog. But it would also involve me not fetching 2 basics. But I guess that's okay, because I have a Lorien revealed. Oh, that just straight up resolves. Interesting. Now I have to figure out if I want to snap probe. How much do I want to be able to snap swords in this game? Because I can get a PO on their turn with a Snapcaster on the follow-up. I kind of like it. It seems a little aggressive, but... I mean, it has downsides, but I feel like... I kind of like it. Black Lotus. Huh. Dig, negation, negation. Now they can hardcast negation on my PO. Another frog. Wow. Do I have to force this? This ripping a frog off the top makes my snap line so bad. I think I have to force this, make them crack a negation on it, and then I can just upkeep for negation again. Ugh. truly dislike this. Oh, they just let it resolve. All right, now I don't understand. Holding negations for the spells that matter, I guess. I mean, I can just buy a Lurrus here. I think that's fine for me. Now I have Snap Swords again, kind of. Well, then they just hardcast a negation, and I have to force back. I mean, I kind of want them to Lotus negation, don't I? They're farther away from dig through time because they can't really dig through time with this Badlands. I don't know. You might be right though. I definitely considered it. I am hitting for 5 lifelink here. Don't have a rebuy at the moment, but I do have a couple in my deck. I guess I can PO back my Snapcaster and have Snap Swords. Huh. I wasn't thinking about wait, is this not a second frog? Oh no, here's a second frog. I was like, where'd the other frog go? Man. This is what I mean about like I'm really lucky here. I have both a portable hole and a swords, but like you need to make sure you have those cards and you make sure you have them early, which is why you need to play like 6 of them. That's why I play 4 swords, 2 holes. No, I see the vision. I see the vision. Definitely see the vision. I mean, I would still have to force, right? Like I'm still going to end up using force. I guess if they don't force back after I swords on their upkeep, which I don't know, I kind of thought they would force the force, but maybe not. Maybe, I mean, Tomas operates playing control on a different level than I do. I definitely don't always understand the threat assessment. No, definitely don't want a swords on my turn, JD, because they have 2 negations and 1 they can hard cast. Oh, they're gonna play dig? Oh, crack the Lotus for Fatal Push on the... Wow, that's a sick draw. And now they get to dig? I mean... Would have liked my opponent to draw lands, but this works pretty damn well. Things are really kind of not in the greatest spot anymore. The frog into push was pretty strong. Now they have 2 out of 7 that they want, plus 2 negations. I'm actually at mercy of a crypt flip now because I lost my Lurrus. I thought my Lurrus was pretty safe, to be perfectly frank. But maybe they were playing, maybe they were playing for the revolt here, off the top. Damn. My best draw is probably a Flusterstorm. They have a land drop they can hit here still. I'm wondering if this deck should have more Flusterstorms. The Spell Pierce has been pretty good, though. All right, they kept 2 and then passed. I lost a flip. I'm at 10, and I drew a force, which is kind of bad. I guess I can hard cast a force on their turn. I don't know. Maybe I played this game badly. Kind of feels like I did. It's probably their draw for turn. But I guess theoretically they could have taken it off of dig and hid the information if they didn't have anything to play with it. This is still not casting negation. Wait, if this is not casting negation, I can just PO, right? I'm not picking up this portable hole. I think that's asking a little bit too much. They just drew Pyro? Sure. Yeah, I mean, they probably took Pyro off of Dig, but then, yeah. Yeah, because they had Badlands open, right? So they probably took Pyro off of Dig. But I mean, I'm supposed to jam here. All I know is 2 negations, 2 unknowns. Maybe I'm not supposed to jam. I feel like I'm supposed to jam. Want to flip. PO again. Is this an upkeep PO? This feels like an upkeep PO, right? Yeah, I think so. I mean, seems good. Yeah, there's a possibility that's the case. Yeah, I mean, I heard so their hand is ancestral negation. I have a million POs. They have 2 blue cards. I mean, here I'm just supposed to jam POs on my turn, right? Like, if they have to pitch both blue, like, if they have another blue card, then so be it. Well, actually, I don't have enough to do snap PO, do I? I mean, I can snap PO, force back, or I could just PO and force back. I still have snap, but I don't have a blue. I think I just do snap PO. They force, I force back. I think it's fine. I don't really want to let them go to their turn and like start ancestraling or anything. Force pitching. Fuck. They pitch Frog. I mean, I can get the Ancestral out of their hand. It's definitely worth it. I still have another PO. Okay. So they got nothing left. And I'm still in like the same exact spot. And I have a PO. And I have Snapcaster and another PO. Yeah, I'm fine. This is actually better than anything. And I know their top card is Sapphire. Okay, they lost. Sweet. Wow. I feel like this matchup seems like it would be kind of hard with removal and pyros, but kind of interesting spots. They buy Lurrus. We take 4. I guess I can untap, right? Just save 1. I lose 1 mana, but I have snap anyways. I think I can pay the 1. I'm at 6. Maybe I don't replay. Crypt. Let's have to see. This time I do pick up Portable Hole. I guess I shouldn't have. I'll not pick up Portable Hole. It's fine. Do I have Snap PO here? I do. I love Snapcaster in this deck. It's so sick. Yeah, I think we made some bad choices here, but we got there anyways. But this is like the power of playing PO is you have some leeway because of the strength of your cards. And then the upside of playing a Lurrus Oswald deck is you have multiple options, multiple paths. You have a toolbox. And then the upside of everything is you're still playing blue, so you're still playing Force Ancestral Time Walk. And I think the other thing is you have Source of Plowshares for the creature decks. I'm pretty happy right now. I think this deck is very likely to be my choice for Eternal Weekend. It makes me feel like I have what I want. Okay, here we are. 6th and final round of this vintage challenge. We are the last place 4-1, getting paired up to the first place 5-0. Andy Montolio, powerful wizard. We are on the play. We have a cat. No cat from Andy. I've got a hell of a hand if I don't get wastelanded. And if I get wastelanded, I lose. That's kind of a bad place to be against Andy. I don't know if Andy's ever sleeped up a deck without any wastelands, but I mean, we're not supposed to mulligan, right? Like, we have to keep this. I feel like I'm always priced into keeping this. So I think we go Mana Crypt, Soul Ring, Time Vault, hiding the Saga. And then hope for no wasteland. No wasteland. Big. Turn 1 oof with force backup. Turn 1 oof with counterspell backup. Off of double mocks. Oh no. I mean, that's a bug start. That's a bug start. 2 Lotus Petals. Oh, we draw a fetch land. Nope. Looks bad. Looks bad. So I'm the one who got punished here, by the way. Oh, they had a wasteland anyways. So I could have not hid my Saga. I could have not hid my Saga, and I would have actually had the 2 mana to pay for Spell Pierce. But, like, that's not... I think my play has more value than playing around Mox, oof, Spell Pierce. Like... Looks like he also had a strip mine anyways, so... Probably never mattered. We kind of need to draw, like, land, portable hole... And maybe two draws ago. That's one of the lands. Like, this game is still kind of winnable, which is the funniest part of it. Because if I play an Oswald and I win my crypt flips, I turn the crypt into a portable hole, take out the collector roof, and then turn the Mox into a manifold key and win. I'm like pretty worried about drawing a land that doesn't make white mana, but I also want to mental misstep this. But I can't afford to take the damage. I guess I'm just gonna go for an island. Not the draw we were looking for. If we draw a fetch land there, I actually think we have some pretty decent chances, but didn't get there. Kind of a rough game, but I'm definitely not beating that. Oof. Okay. Yeah, this matchup's going to be tough, but we have some good cards. Don't think we bring in Seal of Cleansing for Energy Flux. Maybe we bring in Needle. Usually like taking out an Opal and a Lantern and a Spell Pierce. Definitely want to keep Dress down here. Definitely want to keep basics here. Might just be Vamp, to be perfectly honest. Like, Black Source is tough. Card disadvantage. Something like that seems reasonable. I will, at the end of the match, if we're about to lose, ask for a concession, as opponent is already locked for top 8, and I would assume we are a good matchup for him, but can never expect a concession. Interesting. Seems like a keep. Does let me deal with Vigor, right? Are you needling Wasteland here and getting 2 Tundras? Or are you needling, like, Deathrite Shaman? Doesn't seem likely. Oko? I guess it's probably just Wasteland. But are we still fetching a basic, though? I don't think so. Tundra. Needle. I hate Needle against Bug. I mean, Bobble's pretty good against Bug because they always start with the Mox, right? Portable Hole. This looks like a buy Lurrus angle here. I just don't feel like our hand is powerful enough. But maybe it's Bug. Maybe it's fine. This feels like a balance opportunity. I guess it only gets 2 cards out of their hand. But I feel like balance doesn't get much better. I mean, it could get better. I guess I can go Portable Hole and then Manifold Key and have swords and maybe get deeper. I guess one of the problems here is I'm super weak to Oko, right? Like, what am I doing against an Oko? I'm just losing on the spot. I don't really know what to do about that, though. I guess I should have just needled Oko, but it felt like I didn't really have the mana situation to needle Oko. Oko feels really hard for me to beat. No, still have a bobble. Makes me think they have an Oko, though. I don't know what to do. Another oof. So is this a swords? Play Lurrus? I think so. I think they have a Oko in their hand, but no land. Ruby. That technically does something if I crack my bauble. So I can crack my bauble first, play a Ruby, play a Lurrus, but I can't replay the bauble, which I don't really like. I think I just play my Lurrus out. You want me to like play Ruby, play balance? not unreasonable. Get 4 cards out of their hand. Frog. Yeah, that's like, I think that's fine too. Maybe even better. Now I can't really balance, so I guess if I just crack this bobble, I get vigored and I lose. But what am I gonna think of? I gotta play my cards, right? I guess now I have PO if I can play all my cards out before the bobble. It's kind of good, but they can have force again. Uh, yeah, I went all in when I didn't really have to go all in, but now that this resolves, PO back, I guess everything, right? Because they didn't have anything. Kind of wild. Okay. All right. I guess it's correct to just play this for a draw card. I guess I can pick up my Lurrus now too. Because I have a Lotus. Okay. Yeah, I kind of agree with not me. I think the balance line was slightly better, but worked out. It felt weird swordsing into balance. So maybe I shouldn't have swords. Maybe if I just didn't swords, I would always balance. But I didn't know I was drawing a mox that I could throw away. Oh no. Oh no. No, I didn't have a I'd already cast Vexing from my yard, so I couldn't do that until the second PO. If I had picked up Lurrus on my first PO, then I could have. I mean, I think I'm supposed to keep this. I know that I'm going to lose to turn 1 Collector Roof, but I feel like I'm supposed to keep this. Like, I can't be mulliganing this, right? They have 4 Moxen in their deck total, 4 Collector Roofs. The chance that they're both in the same hand is... I don't want to mulligan this. I mean, it's just like... It's still good against Bug if they don't have a turn 1 Collector Roof. And I think most hands are not turn 1 Collector Roof, right? Like, obviously, it still has, like, weaknesses against Bug, but, like, I don't know. Like, I can get a basic island, have Dress Down. What? I mean, I just have infinite mana. I have infinite mana and a basic. I have end of turn Dress Down into PO combo kill with Flusterstorm backup. Like, I think this is, like, very close to the kind of, like, all-in PO hand that makes PO, like, I think this is very close to the hand that, like, makes PO super good. I'm keeping this, but, like, I understand the risk. I'm just going to keep it, though. All right. Fair enough. I don't know. Like, I think if you're mulliganing this hand, like, I would never keep this against shops, right? You can never keep this against workshops where they have so many ways to ruin your day. But Bug is different. Bug is not, like, the percentage chance of, like, hands that ruin your day is so much lower. I take infinite turns and I attack with 2/2s. Deathrite Shaman. I drew basic island. That means I can just cast Lorien Revealed. Is that better than holding up Flusterstorm Dressdown? Do they know about Flusterstorm Dressdown, though? Play around Daze, play around Vigor by going Opal Jet Crypt. If Time Vault gets exiled, is there another way to win? Construct tokens and attacking. Draw your whole deck with PO and make some big constructs. All right, so my opponent knows my entire hand here. The question is, do I cast Lorien? I think the answer is no. I think the Lorien needs to be able to get another land here. I kind of like top by Lurrus. Because I don't think I'm playing Dress Down unless I know I can PO on the next turn. Or I could just play top spin. Like, what is this Lurrus doing? Nothing. Top spin's probably better. I had to play the island out to play around, like, Daze and, like, be able to have Flusterstorm up for, like, a Vigor. Portable Whole Pearl Swords. I love all of that. I love all of that. I just keep swords on top. And I can draw if I need to. Love all that. I don't think I'm supposed to draw into swords for Deathrite, though. Like, draw in, like, if they play a Collector, if I float, draw, swords, Flusterstorm back up, and I have Lorien for a Tundra if I need to. Bayou. Oof. I mean, they know I have Fluster, but... So now the question is, do I Lorien Revealed and get rid of my top and Portable Hole? Doesn't seem like that would be something I would want to do. What about cycling Dress Down right now? Just to get further in, like cycle Dress Down, get a Portable Hole, the Deathrite Shaman. It's a little all in, but I kind of like it. What was the third card down? Swords, Dress Down, Swords, Portable Hole, oh, Mox Pearl. Don't want Mox Pearl, though. But I have spin, so... I guess I could just get the Tundra here. Because I don't want the top card. I want the land no matter what. Yeah, I think it's just time to cash this Lorien in. I like portable holing this Deathray Shaman. I guess I could have spun. What could I play if I spin? I guess I could have spun first. I should have spun first. Time Walk. Yeah. 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 I mean, I still think my opponent has a negation, and I would like to have Flusterstorm up for it. So that's why I didn't Lorien. Like, hitting land drops is more important against Collector Roof as well. But I guess going off of Flusterstorm for Vigor there was kind of bad. Needle. So I can Needle Oko coming up. Kind of like that a lot. Let's go like this. I guess if I get if I get oofed again, it's pretty bad for me. If I get oofed again, it's like really bad for me. Maybe I played this game too greedy. I kind of just needed to hit a PO with Flusterstorm backup is what I wanted the whole time. Maybe I could have spun and tried to find a thing that would let me cast Lorien. Like, they know my entire hand here. Okay, nothing. I mean, my read is negation. I don't know what everyone else's read is, but my read has been negation this whole time. So currently I have nothing that Lurrus brings back. Brainstorm is like slightly loose into a Bowmaster. But I guess if I have a Lurrus resolving, I guess I have Dress Down, so that doesn't matter. So I need to have this Needle, though. But if I play Lurrus and Dress Down and Force, I can't Needle. I need to get a Needle down before I get Oko'd. But I guess, like, would they have Oko? I mean, they clearly have something else here other than Oko. I guess they could just have hard cast negation on Dress Down, make me use the Flusterstorm. That's still the best use of my... It's, like, still the best use. It's still the best use. Just make our mana base better. Oh, wait. If I make the mana better, then don't I have the mana? Oh, I might actually have the mana if I do that. Oh, but I can't use... No, I can if I immediately dressed. Oh, I don't want to immediately dress down. I guess I could immediately dress down. If I just use the mana crib, I immediately dress down. Maybe that's fine. It's kind of weird, but... It's a little weird. I don't like how I play this game. I really don't. This is the right Oko, right? Yes. Is it going to be Bowmaster? Bigger? Oh, uncounterable abrupt decay. Yeah. I was not offered, but I have not asked. I assume we're both recording for content, so. I mean, he knows about my fluster still, and I'm still super weak to another oof. I'm still super weak to another oof. Frog. Frog is fine. I do need to find things, but still waiting for that PO. This is swords on my turn with fluster up. I guess it could be swords on their turn. What am I playing around? I knew there was a swords there. I guess I can spin first. I'm kind of worried about the continuation of this game still. No, I don't need... I mean, I can still do that. I don't know, like... Maybe? Maybe? Do I need to build Storm, though? Like, if they counter back, my Flusterstorm always works. I kind of want to just cast this Brainstorm so that I can, like... I just need to get through cards, you know? Like, I need to just get through some of these cards. Still want to see the third card, right? Do I have Snap Lorien revealed? 3, 7. Not with Force up. I have Snap Swords on that. Loam. One card left. Loam. Yep. I guess I could... I did this the wrong way, but I could draw the planes so that I have Flusterstorm up to Snap Lorien. Is Snap Lorien better than Snap Swords on the Deathrite Shaman? I get another spin looking for Force for Fluster still, or for PO still too. Like, PO is the card that wins the game, right? I mean, it's not like they're gonna loam. This Flusterstorm is getting worse and worse, though. All right. Next turn we cycle Bauble. We're gonna fetch. They did not dredge loam. 5 mana. Oko is off. We know we're drawing Bauble. I think we just draw with Bauble for. I've won a lot of flips this game. I think we just draw with Bauble first. And then look deeper. I probably should have ordered the planes above the thing. That was wrong. Gotta play a little faster. Time Vault, Caracas, Planes. These cards suck. I guess I want to draw a land and play a land this turn. I'm always attacking. And then I'm always looking. Force is on top. That's not bad for me. Unless they draw with loam, I guess. But they're not going to. Now I draw planes. Still just looking for a PO. Can play the planes, I guess. Maybe they might force this. I guess they could pitch cast force and I can't counter it, which is super bad for me, right? Shit. I should have. Oh no, I drew Bauble after, right? Would they pitch cast force on this top? I guess they would. Shit. What's my next card? Time Vault? I'm kind of drawing like garbage here. Like I haven't drawn any of the POs, right? He knows about my fluster, so he could pitch cast force is what I'm saying. Saga Time Vault. I just played the planes. I'm so bad at this game. It's crazy. That's wild. I guess they have a loam, so. I just want a PO, man. I just want a PO. I've won so many flips. I'm so lucky. Strip mine. All right, so I guess I don't get Saga, right? I mean, this fluster's dead. I just haven't drawn anything. What do you want from me? I'm going to lose to this Mana Crypt. No, I just won so many Mana Crypt flips. It's actually crazy. All right, I drew Key. But does it get countered? It just gets force countered here. I don't have enough Storm, right? So I should have held this for next turn because this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No, that's fine. So I actually do have enough Storm. They had pitch cast. All right. Vault Key is out of the question. I should have gone the other way. I should have played the Key first and then the Time Vault because I had Key plus top. So that was bad as well. I'm not playing very well. I mean, I still have to go, I think. I still think I'm supposed to go for it. Make them have blue card. I just should have gone in the other order because I'm bad, but I'm bad, so. I've won so many flips. I'm very lucky. Oh, they just drew a mental misstep? Oh, they drew a negation. I mean, okay. I think I'm going to lose this game. Like, the top of my library has not been kind. This mana crypt has been very kind, though. Like, I have a Pearl coming, right? Oh, I have a Saga, right? Oh, I mean, I can't beat a Strip Mine on my Saga, so I have so many dead draws coming. I should have used this Flusterstorm at some point, right? Fetch is interesting there. Ups the clock by a turn. I just never drew a PO. All they need to do is draw a creature. I lose. They negated my top. That's too funny. Picking up the portable hole so I can portable hole the collector roof. Oh no, what did you draw? Vigor? Oh no. Wait, I need a land? Do I have a land? Uh-oh. Maybe I shouldn't have picked up the Snapcaster. I need to draw a Tundra. Oh, I drew a Tundra. Oh, I'm trying to play fast. Let's go, baby. Oh. All I needed was one PO at any point in that game and we would have won. I swear. Oh, I got lucky actually. I drew the Tundra. After I had to Flusterstorm, so I could still portable hole the collector roof. I don't know if I was breaking her in, was I? I had 55% breakers. I said I had 50% breakers at the time. It went up. Oh, wow. It went up a lot. But like if I had lost, it would have gone down, right? So. Oh, boy. All right. Welcome to a Vintage Challenge Top 8 versus, I believe this is Tiago Saporito, if I'm not mistaken, playing Mono White Initiative. So very tough. See what we can do. Nice hand, double basic. It's lacking a little bit, but not that bad. Plays a bunch of things. If we were on the play, I'd be pretty happy. I'd be very happy. Play a Time Walk and Merchant for either an Ancestral or PO based on mana, but I have to keep this and I have to be on the draw. So let's see what happens. All right. What do you got for me? No Chancellor. Wasteland. Soul Ring? Vexing Bauble. Yeah, I'm not restricted. All right. Basic. Go. Spend my mana getting a Lorien reveal here. Maybe they'll crack the bubble. You never know. Maybe they need a card. Basic Plains. Pass. Let's go get a Tundra. Definitely going to build out my mana here. Time Walk. And then probably Merchant Ancestral. I guess I theoretically could find a portable hole at some point. Ooh. This is a nice little Soul Ring. Free key. Merchant Scroll. I think PO's a little greedy. I'd rather just go Ancestral. Well, those cards don't do anything, so we move on. Maybe they'll crack the bubble. Probably not, I would assume. What is this? March of the Otherworldly Light? Disruptor Flute? The hell's a Disruptor Flute doing in here? Oh, shit. All right. Okay. Cavern? Can't counter anyways. Cleric. Initiative. Okay. Drew another land. All right. This is a case of losing the die roll. Classic mono white experience. Yep. I don't actually have that many good draws from here. I mean, we definitely win this game on the play. But I guess my opponent probably doesn't keep this hand on the play, so maybe that doesn't matter. I mean, I think it's good post board with all my removal, but I've been getting crushed by it recently, so I don't know. Time Vault's a good draw. I mean, I would need to draw another portable hole too, but they might even have a March of the Otherworldly Light. Who knows? I did draw 3 cards. It just happened that none of my cards were castable. This is a Seasoned Engineering. Oh, it's a Witch Enchanter killing my Soul Ring? Or what? I can just replay. Doesn't really matter. Card doesn't matter at all. Sure. I can't attack, though, so... Dress down. I could cast 2 Dress Downs instead of a Soul Ring. Dress down and then end step Dress down. It's probably better. Another card that doesn't do anything. I don't know. I don't know. I need help. I've drawn so many cards this game, but it doesn't matter. Am I dead from this? Do I have to chump block? No. What are you doing? Thalia. I guess. I guess so. Doesn't that let me cast all my Moxen? Oh, it doesn't matter. They have double Wasteland too. Ah! Should I block to open up balance? Or do I want to be able to dress down our Soul Ring? Pretty sure I take it. Pretty sure I'm supposed to fetch too. Oh, I guess I have to get an Underground Sea, which is kind of annoying. I get to play out all of my Moxen here. But it's still not good enough, right? Like, I'm still gonna die. Maybe I did need a block. I should have gone the other one first. I need to draw swords, I guess. Oh, but I'm gonna have no mana. So I guess this play just doesn't work. Well, I guess I have lifelink, right? Is that enough? I block here. I gain 6. I go to 6. Okay, I guess it's fine. I have lifelink. I just have to not dress down, right? Just get as much mana as possible. Block, lifelink. And then next turn, hope we win. And we have a spin. I mean, there's chances of winning from here. Though I guess if my opponent plays like another initiative creature, I just die probably. Thalia just Vexing Bauble is a funny combination in that it doesn't do anything for you. There are definitely ways I got triple wastelanded, huh? All right. I need a portable hole on Snap, Time Walk. I don't think these cards do it. Where's the PO? Shit. All right, so I can still spin into a balance, right? I mean, spinning into a balance here looks pretty good. Man, I feel like we just did not draw the cards we needed here. We definitely had cards in our deck that win this game. I mean, we did get triple wastelanded. That's a brutal game. All right. Gets better post board. We lost the die roll, lost a mono white. It happens. Portable hole, swords come in, seal of cleansing comes in. Steel sabotage on the play comes in. And then I like bobble on the play, no lantern. No fluster, no misstep, no probe. No negation on the play. Maybe dig as well out. That's a Lorien reveal. So all blue cards out, but force isn't that pivot. Like, force doesn't always really work in this matchup anyways. All of our removal. Okay, submit. Again, probably just the one where we win on the play, but were we the? I don't think we were the higher seed, right? Magic Online does not have play draw based on seeding. Not even sure we were the higher seed. We might have been fifth. I was fourth. Unlucky. All right, on the play. Have a Lurrus. What do we got? Time Walk, some mana, swords. I can't put that one away. Have I gotten to use Oswald? Yes, Oswald was very pivotal to top 8ing this challenge. I also lost to Georgie. I also did. No Chancellor. I'm pretty sure we're just supposed to accelerate our mana here. That is kind of unfortunate because we have our basic planes and a pearl and an turned off opal. So I cannot scroll for an ancestral. I mean, I can, and I will. I think it's better than forcing. Oh. But I guess if I get wastelanded, I can't ancestral. Kind of sad, I guess. But then I can draw monks, maybe play an ancestral. Got a swords. It's good against like Archon here. It's pretty good against everything here. Creatures. No, not great against Null Rod, but I think we're okay against Null Rod. Ugh. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. Whatever. I'm not forcing it. I think I need this ancestral to resolve. A lot of Black Lotus mono white players tonight. This is like kind of why I don't really like people who are not people. I don't like the idea of playing powerless mono white. I think mono white is basically an all-in oops all spells style deck where you're mulliganing to a turn 1 threat, and the power of the deck is based on having Moxen and Lotus. Which is why when people are like, oh, you know, what should I play unpowered? Should I play mono white? I'm like, no, like that's not why mono white is good. Mono white is good because it's powered. Just play an Archon. I guess Archon Wasteland is like kind of annoying for me. But I have lots of good draws at that point. Really? Against, I mean, maybe they don't know I'm on PO? That's wild. They kept turn 1 White Plume? I guess we didn't play a PO last game, but that's crazy. I'm not even swordsing this thing. I don't care. Do you have a Wasteland or do you have a basic Plains? Oh, you had the Mana Crypt. Okay, I see now. All right, that makes sense. Sure. The Mana Crypt Black Lotus hand. Oh, every time. All right, maybe I can PO out of this game, though. Ancestral into Mana Crypt PO. Part 1. A PO. think you just sword something. I don't like strip there. No, definitely not strip. I'm trying to debate whether I want to PO for 2 or sword something. No, I just want to PO. I just want to play my game. That's winning, so... I have a force still. They don't have a cavern. They haven't shown us a cavern either. I don't really... I mean, like, my opponent has to keep this hand because it's freaking 6 mana turn 1, 2 3 drops. But there are definitely better hands versus me. See if they go the Lost Well. I have some decent coverage here, though. Nope, we're forging. Forging onto the Peacekeeper. Interesting. That is not what I would forge onto. Why would you forge onto the Peacekeeper? Yeah, I mean, we've been... I mean, there's just not as much null rods as I thought there would be in this field. I mean, this deck should have like 4 null rods, but we'll see. I mean, we're covered against most of the worst possible things. Like, even Archon. I don't even have to counter Archon. Strip Mine hits my Tolarian. I still have enough mana. So maybe they have March of the Otherworldly Light, but... I have Force, so... I guess I can swords for I can strip first. I guess it doesn't matter. That probably is worse. They do have March of the Otherworldly Light. Okay. Okay. Got one. Now we have to win on the draw. I still think you want Sabotage because it bounces Null Rod, but you don't want Spell Pierce. I don't know about Hercules, but we could play Negations or Trap. Our opponent seems like a very trappable person. Bobble needs to come out, so that can be a negation or a null Hercules. Yeah, I think it's this. Kind of like the split. I don't really like negation versus them, but it's fine. You just hit the Moxen. And these other cards are so bad. All right. Here we go. Game 3. On the draw. As the higher seed versus Mono White Initiative. Survey says Mindbreak Trap Negation Force Fiddlebender. I mean, I think it's a keep. Looks like a keep to me. Not a great keep, but not a one I'm putting back, so. Right, let's see what happens. I mean, we can actually get Cavern in most situations here because they're going to go like double Mox into a Cavern thing and I have a Mindbreak Trap. But no Chancellor. Jet. Do I counter Jet? I don't think so. Could negate Jet, but I think that's fine. If it was Pearl, I'd probably counter it. If it was Chrome Mox, I'd probably counter it. If it was Mana Crypt or Lotus, I would counter it. Chrome Mox. But at this point, I'm going to trap the shit out of them, right? So, like, but I still don't really want them to have a white source. Probably supposed to let this go, too, though, with a Mindbreak Trap. Like, I'm not even weak to Cavern here. I mean, I'm weak to the second spell off Cavern, but I'm not weak to the first spell off Cavern, and I get 2 for 1. Seasoned Dungeoneer is gone. Pass? Playing around Mindbreak Trap? Oh, I can get 2 basics here. It's pretty good. Just drew the fetch for plains, and I can go get an island. Now they go Cavern, I assume, and kill me? No? What is going on? Vexing Bobble. Another wasteland. All right. I need to fetch because I need to go get my basic plains. And then I can go get my basic island. And then I can play my basic island, play my sapphire, play my Oswald, pass. 2 turns away from well, I need to have another Mox, but we got a plan. They got 2 cards left now. They had 1 card after everything. I kind of wish I had negated this Chrome Mox. But what do you got for me? Peacekeeper on my Fiddlebender, maybe? I can have 6, though. I got nothing. White Bloom Adventure. I mean, you pass there if you have a read that I have Mindbreak Trap, right? Swords. I mean, you can have a read, chat, without knowing my hand. Fetch both my basics, so I don't have a basic to fetch. I still think I'd probably just play my Vexing Bubble out, but they have another initiative creature. Wow. Oh, no, that's just that. Okay, that's fine. Thought it was an initiative creature. I mean, that's still pretty good, actually, because that would be like... Forge Lostwell. Forge Lostwell. Forge Lostwell. Kind of want a Lostwell for a land. Just get a Lurrus down, and I have infinite blocking. Time Volt Swords to Plowshares. I guess the stash is a land, so I can do this. Maybe I don't even have the swords there. I can just block. Yeah, I should have just blocked, right? And I'm going to get back this Oswald later. That was bad. There's no reason. There was no reason to do that. What's their last card? Null Rod? I guess Null Rod would be a reason. I shouldn't have swords. I just wanted to attack, but there was no reason to attack. Now if they play a Seasoned Engineer as their last card, it's so bad for me. Played so badly, though. I just played so badly. I mean, we're still fine. It's not that big a deal. But there was just no reason to make that play. I think we're just hitting the end of the gas tank. So I have a stash coming up. I can Lurrus and bring back Sapphire. Then I still can't take the initiative here. Wait, I don't get a stash because I lost the initiative, but I drew the Pearl anyways. Am I supposed to just like... No, I'm probably supposed to just play Lurrus. Even if I lose my thing this turn. It was so bad. Like, I just threw the whole game on one stupid swords. It's crazy. What'd they do with this? They went top bottom. Justin. I only have 2 more swords left. I don't actually have that many answers to a seasoned engineer, but I guess the clock is not that bad if I have a Lurrus, right? I guess they can goad my Lurrus. Sure. Does that mean you're not attacking, or did you top a creature? They topped a creature. They topped a Thalia. I can Oswald Fiddlebender the Thalia though. So they're gonna attack, and then I'm going to... They're not going to attack? I can get a Manifold Key and make it unblockable, so it's like fine. Get fucked. I think I'm going stash, right? Can make them attack with Thalia. But attacking is not really how I win this game. Just need the mana. I have this game won. They need to draw a removal spell right now because I can sack this key, get a Time Vault, and replay the key with Lurrus. Oswald has been so good. That's a wild sequence. That's a wild sequence. Sack Emerald, bring back Emerald, get key, make Lurrus unblockable into goad. Wild sequence. They have one unknown card. I mean, they could have... There's no reason not to attack with Lurrus first, right? Because they can have March of the Otherworldly Light. No. I guess they could have a Solitude, so I can't attack with Lurrus. But then they would have Solituded already. They could have a Containment Priest that they brought in. I mean, I'm probably still winning. I think that's fine. I'm probably not supposed to attack first. Oh, wow. Oswald is so good. Throne of the Dead. Oh. Wow. Okay, next round. All right, on to top 4. We lost the die roll. We have a cat. They have a cat. All right. Cat battle. This hand's great. Has Metalcraft, PO. I'm in. Let's do it. It's a very solid PO. I got mulligan from my opponent. 3 negations. Got a frog answer. Basic that doesn't get wastelanded. They got a Lotus. Frog, Bowmaster. I shouldn't say that. Pass. We portable holing this Lotus, chat? Play a Ruby. That probably won't get spell pierced. And this can't get spell pierced. I have an active PO. I have lots of options here on my timing windows because I have a PO open, but they have like end of turn Bowmaster open, but I could always respond. Ends up making me lose a lot of cards. I could just get rid of this Lotus. I kind of like it. I can pick it up later too if they like Kraken response. If they Kraken response and they like Bowmaster, I could always just go for the PO now. I mean, I think they have they either have a Bowmaster or they have a Frog that they don't want to crack, or they're holding open negation. Like, there's lots of things you can go Lotus Pass for. All right, cracked for blue. Let's pass through this blue mana because I think Spell Pierce is pretty likely. Nothing. I kind of want to just Lantern and buy Lurrus then. I'm pretty far ahead in this game. They mulliganed and I got their Lotus. Wasteland. I have a basic Plains. Now the question becomes, if I hit a land, I could PO Bauble. Interesting. Sure. Let's play a Bauble. Negation. Pitching Dig. 2 cards remaining. Okay. If I crack this first, I should crack this first. I think they have a Spell Pierce, is what I think they have. I think I'm okay with like running this into whatever the hell they want and then just untapping and POing. Can't replay this, obviously, but I think that's okay. I don't really care about the Lurrus from this spot. All I care about is trying to resolve this PO, which I don't have double white for at the moment. Or double blue for, I should say. Another mana lets me play through a Pierce. Stress down. Let's rebuy this in case something bad happens. And then I'm just going to attack. If they play like a Bowmaster, I'll just pick this up. So now they have to have a force. No, 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 no. Oh my God, I hit the wrong one. Sure, you got a Bowmaster. Good job. We win the game. Portable hole, this lantern, this. Time walk. Island cycle. I guess I'll just pitch Stress down Spell Pierce or something. Probably don't even need this land, actually. Oh, I just have to pitch one. Okay, sure. Yep. Let's... Yo. Box. This. No, I'd like to have the extra blue mana. I guess this is a dig through time. I kind of want... In case I hit... I guess I can just use... I probably don't need more than one. That's Time Vault. This gets Underground Sea, right? So... I do need to technically get rid of this Mana Crypt, but I have a Lurrus, so I don't actually need to. All right. I mean, they know I have a Lurrus, so they shouldn't make me play this out, but they've been on the make me play it out, so that's okay. This, white, Lurrus, this. I guess I can snap PO back the Mana Crypt too as well, so. That was a complete brutal showing. And then we bring in Swords and Portable Hole. And we cut Negation, Vamp, Spell Pierce, and Dress Down is what I've been cutting. Don't know if it's right. How many Null Rods do they have? No Null Rods. That's crazy to me. Crazy to me. So no Seal comes in. Okay, we'll do this. And this is why I like to play this deck over the Dimir or Esper Lurrus deck. It just has more power. Force, Fiddlebender, Swords, Scroll. Yeah, sure. Sure. Seems reasonable. Kind of hard to pick which basic to fetch here, but 7-card keep from the opponent. Mishra's Bauble. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Turn 1 Frog? The Frog Life? Okay. Drew Ancestral. I'm gonna get wastelanded if I get a Tundra. I'm getting a Plains. Chat can yell at me later. I'm gonna do this now. If my opponent wants to force over this, I'm okay with that. I have a bad scroll I can get rid of. I wish I had a Lorien. Force, Fluster, Spell Pierce. 4 cards. Doesn't really get better than this for me. No, they had Force Backup, Pitching Consign. Force this. 2 cards left from the opponent. I have a Fiddlebender. I think so. I guess they have Lurrus Bauble. But I I got Volkey. Draw removal spell. Didn't fetch for Undercity Sewers. I guess they wanted to use the bauble. Nope, no Wasteland. Nope, no Wasteland. No Wasteland. Wait, they haven't fetched yet, though. They haven't fetched yet, though. Oh, they fetched. One card. Ooh, I went all in on that one, baby. Oh my. I have a Lurrus. Eventually I'll buy a Lurrus. GG's, GG's. Ooh, that is way, way too close for comfort. Holy moly. But like, how many removal spells are you gonna keep in against me, right? Like, how many can you possibly keep in? All right, on to the finals of the Vintage Challenge. We have a rematch versus Montolio. If you're not already following Montolio on YouTube, make sure you go find him. He's got lots of good content, takes lots of videos from leagues and challenges, and plays a bunch of different decks that I typically don't play. Very strong bug shops gamer. So definitely check out that YouTube channel if you haven't already. We are very lucky here to win the die roll. Classic Magic the Gathering Online, and reveal a cat. We know our opponent is playing Bug with Okos and Collector Roofs. It's a very tough matchup. Let's see what we can do. I like this hand a lot. Turn 1 Bauble and Saga. Basic Island can be fetched. Seems like a nice place to be. Just give it a shot. Is this a preview of Eternal Weekend Finals? Could be. Mox Sapphire. Vexing Bauble. See if this gets countered. No. Or is it Saga? I don't know like what the split that Montolio currently has for like vigors and stuff in the main. I haven't seen a recent bug list, so kind of flying a little blind. See what we got. Underground Sea Deathray Shaman. Didn't get wastelanded. Interesting. Maybe that just means that there's an oof coming. Oh, Ancestral. Yeah, that's a pretty good one. I could spin into Misstep, Fluster, or Spell Pierce. That doesn't seem like it's worth it. Another PO. Not a great draw. Pretty sure I'm priced into constructs here. Let's see if it's Wasteland or if it's Oof. Both are kind of annoying for us. Ancestral, 10 cards in my opponent's hand. It looks like it's Oof. There it is. I think we just let this happen. Go to our next turn. We can still get a land. They pitched 1 card to hand size. I can't get a portable hole off my Saga, unfortunately. But we either get a Black Lotus or maybe we just get a key. You just don't have that many ways to remove oof in the main. Like, we have a couple, but might just not be enough. Strip mine. I think I just like putting key in play. Like, there's some upside to Soul Ring as well in case I draw a portable hole. Kind of like wastelanding the green source. Still think I'm supposed to cycle though for basic island or tundra. If I get wastelanded back, I want to be able to cast portable hole. Probably just basic island though. I shouldn't have shown this for attacking. I mean, he's never blocking, so it doesn't actually matter, but 4-turn clock. Definitely hitting green. I'm pretty far away from anything else though. And they cast Ancestral. I would say we're unfavored from here. We just don't have enough ways to beat an oof in the main. Like, we have ways, but like it's tough. I'm drawing some POs without the requisite number of mocks in to start. Post board, we end up with a lot of ways to beat oof because we have to, but Deathrite Shaman. Okay. And Wasteland. Okay. Yeah, it's tough. I mean, they probably have like energy fluxes and vigors and stuff, so like it's probably the worst. It's probably one of the worst matchups we can think of. Dig through time. That's not very good. I don't think this saga is going the distance, but I also don't know like if I don't really think I was supposed to do something else. I guess I had like some spinning top lines, but they didn't really feel that good. No, this is the finals. This is it. This is it. We could not make 2 tokens because we got our mana oofed. I definitely would have made 2 tokens if I could. It's kind of the downside of playing turn 1 saga. Yeah, demonic tutor. Is he gonna get strip mine or is he gonna get a removal spell? I don't know. I don't think it matters. I think my opponent just like had a good hand versus what we were doing, and it was really hard for us to win. Got the strip mine. Fair enough. Fair enough. I just assume he already has a removal spell. We don't really have counterplay here. Tolarian Academy is our best draw. That's probably our second best draw. I assume this is like Abrupt Decay. I guess it could be Land Oko. 7 cards, 5 life. So now that we have Flooded Strand, we technically have more draws. We have Portable Hole, we have Source of Plowshares. This is Abrupt Decay. Yeah. Okay. It's gonna be tough. I can play this when I need to dig through time as an additional mana because I have Bauble. The good news is that if we do draw swords or Portable Hole, it's more likely to resolve. And then Tolarian is still Tolarian. Deathrite has infinite ammo. Second oof. Yeah. Technically have a balance in our deck. We have mana and balance. Negation. Collector Oof is a problem, which is why we have a bunch of swords in our sideboard. Thankfully, not too many Collector Oofs in current vintage for this deck, but Montolio was onto something. We're just dead, right? We have no counterplay from here. Or attack. Oh, Master, sure, yeah. Now even Tolarian Academy PO doesn't get us there. I mean, it could still get us there, because it would still let us draw into... I mean, no, probably not. 2, 4, 6, 7. Okay. Just Collector Oof, too strong. Hey! Hey! Game! Reverse these orders, please. Okay, so I got portable holes and swords to plowshares. We don't want to bring in seal. It'd probably only hit maybe energy flux out of the board if he had it. Anti-combo, no. We have needle. Needle is pretty decent. It's annoying though. Okay, so what did I board out last time? I remember boarding out an opal. I kind of like the bauble on the play. Don't like lantern. I don't like Spell Pierce, even though it hits one of the most important cards in Oko. I think it's just not there. Like they have so few things to hit. Spell Pierce, negation, opal, lantern. What was the last card I boarded out? Was it Vampiric Tutor? Because I like it's really hard to have black mana in this matchup. I think it was. It's probably this. Okay. On the play, what do we got? Sapphire, Lotus, Bauble, Time Walk, Lorien. Okay, sure. I mean, I'm keeping. I am keeping. I can get Mind Break trapped if I mean, I have to play out my Moxen first, so. This could get negated. What would I do if this gets negated? I would probably force back because I can go Time Walk Lurrus. Certainly seems to be a consideration right now. They're forcing, not negating. Force pitching force. Does this mean they have a Mind Break trap? If I force back and they have a Mind Break trap, I still technically have Vexing Bauble, Time Walk, but I have nothing after that to the point where it's really, I'm in a really, really poor spot. Yeah, I like countering this. What if I counter with Time Walk? And then I play Bauble and I cast Lorien. Is that better? Doesn't sound better than just Lurrus looping Bauble. How many forces? 1, 2, 3, 4 forces? 3 forces? All right. Three cards in my opponent's hand. That does not cast Lurrus. I think it's just a crack. I can't play Lurrus, so I might as well spin. Because they could. I guess they could have. Why did we use Academy for that? What, did I lose a mana? Because I needed to lose my bauble, so I was losing a mana. I guess I would be gaining the same mana. Isn't it the same? They have Emerald. They have turn 1 oof. Classic. Classic bug start. I have enough mana to go Merchant Ancestral here, though, so not that worst. Would it have changed much? Not really. Oh, I just, like, didn't play the Emerald. No, I know, because I was losing the ball. It's fine. Don't worry about it, chat. If I can beat Double Force turn 1 oof, I'll be pretty happy. That's Snap Ancestral. I just need to not get Wastelanded here. Also close to PO. Pretty sure I'm supposed to Snap Ancestral and hit lands. Even if I could, like, Ambush Viper this Collector Oof. Pretty sure trying to do that is worse. With like 6 sword effects. We don't have any read on their last card. But they're gonna play around it. They know my list. They're gonna play around it. I'm gonna cast Snap and cast Ancestral. Yeah, I agree. Not me. I think going for Ambush Viper here is unlikely and fairly greedy. We can PO next turn here with this Mana Crypt. And I have Force. Should win this game. Winning this game is crazy. If we do, Double Force turn 1 oof is like... We high rolled pretty hard, though. Yeah, that's not happening. Demonic Tutor. I'm gonna pick everything up. There's our planes and our swords. That's game. We just beat that hand, which is quite interesting. All right. Okay. Same sideboard. Same sideboard. Yeah. No Wasteland was killer, for sure. Wasteland is just so good. Okay. Lurrus. On the draw. Oh, not again. Not again. No, no, not again. We won the last time we did this, but I still don't know, man. Not again. I was not punished last time. I'm sticking with my guns, chat. I'm sticking with my guns. The math of them having turn 1 collector roof is not high enough. Let's go! I get to play my spells. Ancestral upkeep. Ancestral upkeep? What do I need here? That. Probably that. 1, 4, 5, 6. I have exactly enough. What's my sequence? This is my sequence. Daze Vigor. Force. Trap. Mental Misstep. Probably just doesn't matter. Emerald Jet. Crypt Vault. Key. Emerald Jet. Crypt Vault. Am I 1 mana short? No, I should have enough. Vault is my misstep bait. Fuck it, YOLO. Whatever, I'm doing it. That's why I register the deck, right? I mean, I could get like Tolarian. 5 things, +3, +5. I can do Tolarian and play Lorien with Force backup. Is an option here. We should think about other options. My opponent has 8 cards in hand. They kept a 7-card ancestral hand. 7-card ancestral hand doesn't mean anything, but it can't, like, there are 7-card ancestral hands in their range that don't have forces, and then don't draw them off of ancestral. Yeah, this is fine. I'm okay with this. Force pitching frog. Okay, here we go. I have a Lurrus, so should be fine. First turn buys Lurrus. Oh yeah, definitely play it out from here. I have a crypt. There's lots of draws now. Let's just do it on the next turn, so I don't have to untap this thing. Oh, I can just make a white mana probably too. That's also pretty good. Woo! That's a challenge win before Eternal Weekend. We take those. We take those. Big, huge win. Let's go. Very, very nice. So this deck now, 3 trophies, a challenge win, and then like 2 leagues that were a 2-3 and a 3-2. So very, very nice. This thing is putting up good results for me, and it's also just a really, really fun deck to play. It's right up my alley. It's doing all the things I want from a vintage deck. It has, like, just like this last turn, it has these explosive plays that are only really facilitated by playing full power. And then you don't always have to go all in. When you go all in, you can, but you have these long games where you're doing Swords to Plowshares, you're tutoring, and you have this Oswald Fiddlebender toolbox. Oswald on its own being a 1-card combo where over 2 turns it's going to get you to Vault Key has been exceptional all day. We beat Doomsday today. Fairly reasonable matchup, I would think. You have lots of counter magic. You have good utility. You have everything I'm looking for basically in a vintage deck. So I'm very happy with this. Hope everyone enjoyed this stream. It's been a pretty fun Saturday. No, it's not even Saturday. Friday night. I will be back tomorrow to stream the Vintage Challenge at 1 p.m. Likely this exact same 75. I'm not sure I have any changes. The match we lost today was Mono White Initiative, and they kind of just ran us over. It's hard to get more cards for Mono White Initiative when we're already playing the 4 swords, but we could if we wanted to. I think that would spread us a little thin. The one card that I'm the most concerned about being worth a slot is the Tabernacle in the sideboard. Tabernacle on its own, not even that good of a card versus Dredge, but it's feasible. It was mostly used for Squee, which doesn't really appear online, but could definitely make a resurgence in paper for Eternal Weekend. I think Jewel Shops is a totally good matchup. I mean, we're bringing in 8 cards for Jewel. We have tons of counter magic, and we have 2 durable Null Rod. But I'm kind of a Jewel Shops hater. I would say I'm extremely biased. So maybe take someone else's opinion on if you think this deck has a good matchup versus Jewel. But I think any deck that plays Force and Null Rod is favored versus Jewel. So I'm a huge hater. So yeah, we played against a good swath of the format today. We won multiple Lurrus matchups versus very powerful pilots. We beat Mogged and Unlucky Monkey playing blue-black and 4-color or Grixis. And then we also won another Lurrus matchup in the top 8 versus Shatoon. We beat Tinker deck in Breach. We beat Doomsday. We beat Bug twice, which I think is, I think a little bit unlucky. I think Andy ran a little cold in one of our matches, but we had some seriously powerful hands that powered through Collector Roofs and Forces. So big fan. What else? This Vexing Bauble was fantastic all day for me. The Vexing Bauble was good. This is one of the better Bauble decks in my opinion. I think Bauble synergizes quite well with Pio. You can tutor the Bauble up when it's good, and you can get rid of it when it's bad, and you have lots of extra off-color Moxen to do so. I'm interested about this Flusterstorm Spell Pierce split. I have kind of liked it, but it is a little odd. They're kind of for different matchups, which is very interesting. And it also is like an additional hedge against Jewel. The 1 swords in the main has been very good. The 1 portable hole has been very good. The balance has been good. The dress down actually had a good league this time. The balance is fantastic. I think this is one of the best balance decks. You have tons and tons of fast mana, and you just need these powerful reset buttons. I would say it's used as a board clear the majority of the time, and then a minority of the time it's used as like the mind twist effect. But it basically, if I wasn't playing the balance, I'd probably play another swords. I think 2 portable hole in the main would be too much. Yes, yes. GG's, Andy. I do think I was very lucky today in our matches, especially the mana crit flips. But if you've ever been to my channel and seen my other mana crit flips, it's probably all evening out in the end. Congrats on your finish though, with Bug, which is not a deck people are playing recently. So if you want to watch, I did tell my viewers at the beginning of our finals match about your YouTube channel, but I'm sure you recorded this, and if you want to watch the other side of the match, make sure you're subscribed to Andy's YouTube channel. Anything else? No, I don't think so. Thanks for watching. More vintage content like this every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. I will see you then.